My name is Jenna. I'm a 15-year-old Persian transgender lesbian. I get asked many questions regarding my gender identity, so I'll just put some things out there for everyone. 1. I've known about my gender since I was 10. I simply stumbled across the definition of gender dysphoria and I related to it. I plan on getting surgery and hormone replacement therapy soon. 3. I did not want to be a woman, nor do I identify as a woman. I simply am a woman. 4. I use the ladies' restrooms in public. However, in school, I have to use the disabled toilets, as the law does not support transgender individuals in school as much as you might think it does. And to be honest, that's what bothers me the most right now. Because there are so many transgender youth out there who hate themselves because of who they are. As is expected, I have met many transgender people in the past, and I can say for a fact that every single one of them has been depressed and or self-harmed in the past. Several studies have been taken to understand the pain of transgender people in society. One study showed that over 90% of transgender people self-harm at some point in their lives, with an amazing 48% attempting suicide. So I ask you, why are we faced with this horrific experience? The societal gender binary that everyone must abide by, the conservative views of people who are simply scared of change. To those people, I say, Elagabalus. Elagabalus was a notorious Roman emperor. She reigned from 218 to 222 AD. She was born in 203 AD, so she started her reign of one of the greatest empires in history at the age of 15. Her reign was fair and just. She allowed women to enter the palace, which was never allowed in Roman times. She was regarded by female pronouns and was said to have worn female clothing in public frequently, and was also said to have danced with women at the time of celebrations. So, to those people who are scared of change, what change? Another topic I wish to explore with you is the idea that transgender people have been implemented from a youth that everything outside the norm is wrong. However, what parents of the baby boomer generation don't understand is that it is natural human psychology to want to attempt things that may have been taboo in the parents' generation, but completely normal now. For example, if you told a Victorian time traveler that one of the greatest countries right now, Great Britain, was being ruled by a woman, they would laugh in your face and scoff at the thought. However, that's completely normal now. In the same way, middle-aged parents of today's age may not fully comprehend the normalities of today's generation, and that's completely understandable. But in the same way that feminism has developed in the past century, so should non-binary gender equality. When I first came out last year, I was told that I was brave and that not many people would have done what I did. And 100% I accept your support. However, why must it be so unusual? Why must so many people hate themselves for being who they are? I know many people who aren't out to anyone out of the LGBT community, simply because they are scared that they will be mocked and ridiculed for being who they are, simply because they think that they are a deviant or an oddity in society. And this hurts me, because I know what it feels like to feel like you don't belong anywhere, to feel like you want to disappear and just rid yourself of existence. And it really hurts me because I know that it's an emotion that no being should undergo, no matter how noble or evil you think they are. Even so, so many transgender, innocent youth must go through this emotion every single day of their lives. And I think it's a time for change, because I can't take watching people from the same world as mine go through unimaginable pain day in, day out, and yet smile through it all. Another problem transgender people face is the pronouns they decide to use for themselves. Personally, I use she, her pronouns, and have been doing so publicly for over a year. Even so, I can say for a fact that at least 80% of the time, I am still regarded by he, him pronouns. Honestly, it used to hurt me when I first came out. Every time it was a stab in the heart. But I just took the pain and smiled through it all. So much so that I became desensitized to it. I became desensitized to the idea that I am forced to be someone I'm not. And that hurts me a lot, because I know I'm not alone. I know there are thousands, if not millions, across the country going through pain similar to mine. Simply because they are different. Simply because they chose to go against the overpowering tide of society's norms. So many transgender individuals are scared about being wrong about their identity. For example, if one day they want to be known as something, and then the next day they want to be known as something else, they are scared that they will be ridiculed and mocked for being who they are. To all those people who are having doubts about their gender identity and how they'll be portrayed in society, just do it. Be whoever you want to be. Anyone who tells you to be someone you're not can go mind their own business, because they can't decide what you can be and what you can't. That is solely upon your terms. And as daunting as it sounds, you'll be glad you were able to break free of society's chains just as I did. If there are any people out there who are questioning their identity, please come talk to me. If not me, then someone you trust, someone you love, someone you know who cares about you no matter what. Personally, I went through gender dysphoria all alone. So I can say that it is a horrific experience. But now there are so many people who support me. So I want to say to anyone who is going through gender dysphoria, you are not alone. Even if you think you will be alone forever, that is not true. There will be people out there who love you and support you for who you are, and not who they want you to be. For all the people who aren't experiencing gender dysphoria, but know someone who is, but don't know what to do about it, just talk to them. Simply talk to them. Reassure them that the future will be amazing with someone just as supportive and loving as you are. But please understand your boundaries. Don't make them feel trapped or caged in any way. But please do everything you can inside those boundaries to help this person. Believe me, the worst thing that can happen is for them to go through gender dysphoria all alone. For all the future parents out there, I say, do you want your child to grow up in a world where being yourself is a crime? In a world where discrimination and bullying has been normalized so much that it can cause people to give up on life altogether? In a world where they know that the parents could have changed the ideology of those before them, but simply decided to turn a blind eye to it? I want to end tonight by saying, to understand one's true identity and purpose is the true meaning of life. Those who are too scared to explore their inner emotions can never truly comprehend it. Thank you.